I think it is really important that the mentoring is undertaken in a climate of trust, that the student teacher or a new teacher who inevitably can feel quite vulnerable, quite exposed, because they are having to work in a new context with a set of skills that are new to them, trying to build up their knowledge bank. They can feel quite vulnerable in that situation. And I think many schools are schools in which hierarchies are quite inbuilt, and where all colleagues are trying to prove that they are good enough. And within a hierarchical or an accountability system, trust can be quite quickly eroded. However, for mentoring, trust is so critical because of the additional vulnerability of the mentee. That's not to say that all mentees are vulnerable. It's not to say that they will constantly feel exposed or on edge, but it's inevitable that there will be occasions where they are anxious about whether they're meeting expectations, where they are still building their confidence. So I think a climate of trust is critical. And I think one of the ways that you develop a climate of trust is through being as honest and as open as you can be. And as a mentor who is inevitably in a position of power, who has greater experience, who can assert authority, I think it's really important that a mentor puts away some of the tendencies to assert authority and to use that power, because actually what they need to do is they need to create a situation where mistakes can be openly discussed, where problems can be addressed, but also that as I've said already, where the mentor demonstrates that they too are constantly learning about this complex practice of teaching. So building a climate of trust requires some quite active decision making about what will and won't be said, and quite active decision making about sharing experiences. And I think it's the mentor's job to model that, because that then opens up the space where the mentee is more likely to feel that they can trust the mentor and that they can feel that it's okay to share their real experiences and how they're getting on.